Okay, so I am making my Polaroid shirt, and I am in the process of weeding out all of the colors that I'm going to use. I ended up just cutting a bunch of colors until I saw a right fix that worked for me from my inspiration pick. It's not going to be exactly identical to it, but it's going to work for me. So I ended up cutting this one, but I do not like it because it has, I don't know if you can see, after I weeded it, it has like a, I don't know if you can tell with this lighting, like a felt-ish type of material. So I don't want that. So and then I kind of do not like this combination. I would have preferred for it to be like this, but it's not a big deal. Because that's like a fluorescent pink, and then that's like a fluorescent raspberry orange, and then I ended up cutting a fluorescent yellow A at first, which I'm not going to use, so I recut it in like a little, the lime green. But that's okay because I'll use that A for something different. And then for the T that goes here, I ended up decided to cut that in the lime. Then I'm gonna cut the T and the fluorescent. Okay, and then these were 6x6 sheets that I bought. I have a lot of 12x15s, but I bought this just for the purpose of this shirt and the 6x6 sheets, which was enough for the colors that I didn't have. And you can see they're a lot cheaper. I'll scroll in. They're like $1.25 for 6x6. So that works a lot better for smaller projects. If you don't have a vinyl shop close to your wherever you live, then you probably wouldn't be able to find them at this price, because they just cut it in half. They probably make way more money cutting it in fourths, because you know a full sheet like that is like $3, but if they sold them as 6x6, they can get it for like $5. So I understand, but anyway. But what I am going to show is real quick how I am constructing the pieces that I wanted. Like I said, I've cut other pieces out, other letters out in different colors just to see how I wanted it. And then here are the squares, these already weeded, that I'm going to use to make my checkerboard. So you can make those freehand or freestyle them. You don't have to buy the checkerboard like that, and I'll show that later. But this one I'm going to show real quick. This is not weeded, so this is already cut, but it's not weeded. And my lighting is probably not the greatest because I'm new to trying to figure out how to record. So let me move this over a little bit, because that's what I want to do. I like that. And then I'm gonna weed this. Get your tool. And typically what I like to do is go ahead and just cut off ahead of time the stuff that I do not need, so that I can weed in one piece. So all this extra here, I get it close to my cut line. You kind of can see where it's perforated. I cut very close to that line before I weed. And I will get better with this lighting in the future. It's very hard to blog or YouTube or do any of those things because it's very time consuming. I see why a lot of people end up stopping and doing, or you know, people that are stay at home, or they stop their full-time jobs and do this full-time anyway once you can make money. So here, this is why I like to do it the way I do, because I like easy weeding, and take it and just pull. That easy. Done. So these are again for the checkerboard design that's going to go up and down the arm. And it's not exactly identical to the picture, but it works for me. So I have my like fluorescent green, fluorescent lime, fluorescent yellow. Then I've got a orange. I don't know if you can really see the true color like with that lighting, but that's a fluorescent orange. Doesn't look like you can really see the real deal. That's a fluorescent orange. Again, I got this pretty sun orange, but again, it has like the felt. So I will use this. It just won't be for this project. So I will put this aside with the fluorescent A. That'll be something later. Because I had already cut out the T, but I don't want to mix vinyl like that. So maybe some other project. Okay, so I've got all my stuff. I'm just gonna finish getting my, I've got a blue. So for the checkerboard up the side of the arms, it kind of made sense. It graduated into the colors just like the instant does, where it goes kind of like the pretty blue to the green, to the lighter green, to the yellow, to the orange, to the pink. It was 6 colors up the side of the arm, so that's all I'm going to do for the side of the arm. And I'm doing 2 shirts, one for me, one for my daughter. So each checkerboard design, you needed 3. And I will cut and show you kind of like how. So these are all that I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it. Everything is already cut. I've already pressed down the Polaroid to the top. So real quick, I'll show you how you do the checkerboard. After you've got everything weeded, let me get my letters and set them aside. I think I have all my letters already cut out, so I'll put those aside. So I'll do it with 2. And then this is just a placemat that I use. This one right here. I've had this forever. I use this as a thing to weed my stuff on, set my stuff on, because it's kind of like it doesn't slide. My stuff doesn't slide off. So anyway, so you have your stuff weeded. Go ahead and you would have your squares after your squares already cut. I'm just going to show you with these 3. Now you see sometimes you have your price tag or whatever. I don't have time to be pulling it off. Just pull it over, flip it over, and snip. All right. So it's going to be like the pink will be closer to the top near the shoulder, and then the blue is going to be closer to the wrist. So you have, I'm going to show you 2, and then I'm going to start pressing. I'll see if I can record that. So here you have 1, and then you would just kind of go like in a V. You would put your next one like right cornering them up, line it up with the corner so they're touching. Take your other one. Let me see it go this way. And of course you do not press your, you'll have to do it one at a time unless you are able to get that film cut off very close. And then you would just take that one, line that up with that corner, and then so you can see it's already coming, and then your next color will go smack in the middle, and then the next diamond is a little then here, and then of course the other one here. You see the shape coming in. Anyway, you see it, and then you make sure it's even, and then you graduate up. Like my next color is gonna be the fluorescent yellow. Excuse me, not the fluorescent yellow. It's gonna be the lime green. That'll be the next color, and then my fluorescent yellow, and then my orange, and so on and so forth up the side of the arm. And then to get it to line evenly with the arm, you want to press your sleeve out and get a hard press in the middle. But we'll come back and I'll show that. Alright, so my heat press is already hot. I've got everything pretty much prepped, and I already pressed down the Polaroid, but this is it. Was able to find the exact font that I wanted, or the image that I needed, so this is already but this is, you know, very doable. So you can see this is just regular white, so I've already heat pressed that part down. So I'm gonna line up my, place it just like how the picture kind of just had it, one there and then one here. I think I'm missing, and then one there. See, I don't like this color. It doesn't seem like it's bright enough for me. This is the T for the back. Yeah, I'm missing a bright yellow, so I still have to weed that. Okay, I am back. I had to cut the yellow T and the lime, or the fluorescent yellow, which is that one, because I had it in some other colors. This is actually much better for me. I think the letters are a little big. They should have been a little smaller, but I'm not going to worry about that because it's still going to be cute. I think what I'll do is just bring them down a little bit. And then the blue for me could have been a little brighter, but it's still cute either way. And I'm still gonna press this down because I just could not wait to make this shirt. I don't know why. So this is it. But I probably will redo it and remake the shirt with the instant smaller and maybe in a different font. But this stuff isn't a big deal. The shirt I got from Hobby Lobby for probably like $5. It's a long sleeve. The white vinyl I already had. The green, the yellow, the pink, the orange I already had. And then I bought a couple of 6x6 sheets for like $1. So this shirt probably, you know, less than $10 if you really add it up, because this wasn't a lot, but for less than $10 when these shirts are somewhere for 20 plus. And then for whatever, I was able to make myself and my daughter one. But I'm gonna heat press this down because this is already heat pressed down, so I pretty much have it exactly where I want it. I'm not gonna worry too much about I do want to off center it though. I don't want it to be like exactly right like this, so I want to kind of play with it to where I can get it to line up a little different. And then I've got it centered kind of like where I want it. Again, the letters are a little bigger than I want them to be, but not a big deal. So I'm gonna press it down, but I'm not gonna press it, I'm gonna do it one at a time, because you don't want to make a mistake and press something like this that's not attached all at once, and then, you know, it's crooked because you cannot redo it. So I'm gonna do this one at a time. So I'm gonna pull these up. I'm gonna leave that eye right there where it is. Get my press sheet. I might bring it up right there. That's good. Bring my press sheet. Uh-oh. Make sure sure you check it one last time, because like once you press it, it's over. So that's good. That's where I want it. Press that down. And I got this heat press. It's a smaller one, but I only paid like $65 for it off eBay with shipping, and it works for my little projects that I do at home. When the time comes, I will probably get like a 12 by 12. This is like a 10 by 10, but it works. Sometimes I have to move this stuff around, but it still does what I need it to do. So pull that up, and the eye is on.
I wasn't too excited about this end, but it's not a big deal. Okay, so I'm going to line this end up more with the bottom versus the top. No, actually I'm not. I'm going to bring it out a little bit. Maybe I'll cut it off. I don't know. Anyway, not a big deal. So I'm going to line it with the top. And take a look at it. That looks good. And press it down. Once I get closer into the middle, I could probably do more letters at a time, but I'm good. Right now, I just want to take my time and get it right. And then what I like is that when you're pressing one at a time, it gets the shirt warm, so it helps your letters stick in place a little bit. I think that's a little close, but oh well. It's going to be cute regardless, because I'm going to probably add some more stuff to this later. I'm going to go ahead and put the S. Oh, that's the key for the back. And that's the thing, got to make sure I am putting everything on right. Okay. What happened to my hands? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the letters down at one time now. No, maybe I won't. Nah, I'll put these two. That looks good. Make sure your stuff is, make sure your press sheet covers up all your letters. Your protector sheet. Alright. Still looks good. Alright. Now most of the time when I'm doing letters like this, I measure, I use like I put a crease in down the middle of the shirt or across the shirt, so I make sure my stuff lines up right. But this one, I'm not lining it up with the shirt so much, I'm lining it up with this. So, because that is important when you're making your clothes and placements and stuff, you want to do some pre-measuring and some pre-planning. So this looks good. I'm going to press that down. I'm going to shield a little bit. Let's see how it's coming together. And then I'll put the last two letters down. That looks good. Perfect. Just like I wanted it. I think it's a little crooked, but it's not a huge deal. That's cute. Yeah, I think it is a little crooked, but it's not a humongous deal. Like I could have lined it up a little bit to the right, or to the left, but it's okay. Yeah, but it's all good. Probably like the angle that I'm looking at it. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Because that stuff makes, it matters when you take, if you got your stuff on crooked, you're pressing crooked, when you go to put your stuff on, it will be crooked as you're wearing it. So, like I said, this one I lined up. I put my crease down the middle of my shirt. I sectioned this right in the middle. This is the only one that might be a little off, but it's not a big deal. Only people who know that I made it probably will notice that. Other than that, I have a lot of stuff that might be a little crooked. I don't check on that. So I'm pressing the last little bit down, and then I'm going to start the checkered.
Okay, I'm going to bring the camera back so I can hang the shirt up, sort of, kind of. That's cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, and that's it. This is the front of the shirt, pressed down. It's super cute. Okay, let's start the size. This on the sleeve, I've already pressed it down like this, so there is a crease. That would be my measuring place where I'm gonna put my squares on the side. So then all I'm gonna do is open this shirt up, but you have to press it so that it's there and visible, especially on this. On a white shirt, it would be a little bit more visible, but on this shirt, not so much. So you could use, if you are sewer, you need precision, you could use a sewing marker, but I'm gonna just use pins, because once you start pressing down, you're gonna lose that not measuring line, that invisible line that you need once you start pressing down. Okay, so first thing you do, so that you have evenness, I'm just gonna get my pins real quick. Okay, So you can use measuring tape, or I always keep my rulers, and then I've got just sewing pins, okay? Because you want to make sure that whatever you do on one side, you do on the other. So here's my shoulder, and then I'm going to put a pin probably 6 inches down from the, this is where the, come down. This is right here. You can't really tell because it's a black shirt, but this right here is where the hem is, where the shoulder and the arm meet. Let me see if I can go in on it with this black shirt. It's not really good, but like right here. Okay, so let me come out. So from there, I'm gonna go down 6 inches, and I'm gonna put my first pin because that's where I want to start my squares. And before I press it down, I'm gonna do a little trial run, put everything in place first to see how it looks. Okay, let me make sure that this camera's good. All right, good. So you see little bits here. All right, so like I said, we're gonna go down 6 inches. So, and it don't have to be perfect. So 6 inches is gonna be about right here. So I'm just gonna put a pin right there. It's not, it don't have to be perfect because that's where I want to start. So your checkers, because once you put one down, you'll be fine going. All you're gonna do is just come all the way down. So if you lose your, which you will, you lose your seam, you're all right, because you're just gonna start there and then keep going, following, okay, one upon another. So come down 6 inches, and then at the cuff part of the arm, I think I'm out. Let me come out some. Okay. So at the cuff part, I'm gonna leave a little space because I'm gonna probably put something here. So I really want to go till about here. I want the last one to come out here, so I'm gonna put a pin right there too. Okay, because that's probably where I want to end. So you could, like I said, if you have sewing stuff, you could take your invisible chalk and put a little nick and a little nick. You know, if you are like a neat freak and a precision type of person, that definitely can do. So line up your sleeve. Uh-oh, because it's heavy, so the weight of it is pulling. All right. So my top color up here was the pink, and then as I went down, I wanted the blue. For people, all right, because you're not going to be able to avoid these areas creasing up on you. That's why you have to put your little markings in place. Because you can still see my crease here. I can still see my hard crease there, you see, but once I start pressing down, it's gonna go. So I'm gonna get my, so the first one, it would be just right here, and then let me come out with the camera. So the first one would go like about right there, and let me get up on it, and then of course I would make sure it's neat. You press it in the off center it in the middle, and then this one will go right here, touching the tips, and the third one is going to be three of each color of each block, and this is like a 1 by 1. They're just squares, and it's just you're placing it down. I haven't pressed it yet. So that is what you would do all the way down the sleeve, and that's about the size that I wanted. So I'm gonna line them up real quick and see how it looks, because the next one would be the, let me hold on. So then the orange is the next color, and then it would go like this. One right there at the tip, one right there at the corner, and then the one in the middle, and then next color all the way down. That's it. But you know, you press one at a time. You can, if you want to do it right, press one square at a time. If not, and then there, you can see it coming together. I'll put a couple more pieces down, but press one at a time. That's all you do. And then the next color, you're gonna line it up with this edge right here, then the other side, and then down the middle. So here is the complete sleeve. I'm not finished with the shirt in itself though, because I have some things that I'm gonna put down here. It'll be like Polaroid in white, again smaller, like right there, but at least there you see the checkered sleeve. Very easy to do yourself.